Okay, so a few days back I did a video about the iPhone 15 Pro, and what I didn't talk about was the peasant version of the iPhone 15, which is the regular lineup. But in this video we're going to talk about some new developments, new leaks, because we have some exciting news specifically about the iPhone 15. So let's talk about that. So first of all, let's talk about the colors of the iPhone 15 lineup. We know that this year we are going to see a vibrant option with a bright blue and also a vibrant pink, which are new additions. But just recently we found out that there's going to be a new addition, which is going to be a green color, but it's going to be kind of like a lime green or a pastel type color, which is very similar to what we saw with the iPhone 12. I was kind of hoping to also see a vibrant color or a brighter color with the Pro lineup, because we've always seen the three colors that we get by default: space gray, the white color, and then the gold color. And apart from that, we also get a special hero color, but the hero color is also always a kind of like a darker shade. It's not really a vibrant color. This year we are expected to get that crimson color, which is going to be kind of like a reddish burgundy color. And the interesting part is that we just found out that that red color is actually going to be a product red iPhone. Apple has never done something like this before, especially with the Pro lineup. We've always seen the product red being launched on the regular iPhone, so this is kind of interesting to see. Next up, we have some news on the batteries, and I have to say this is good news because we are getting a bump in the batteries of the iPhone 15 lineup, and in a long time we're actually going to be seeing physically bigger batteries on the iPhones. The reason why this is interesting is because Apple really isn't keen on providing us bigger batteries. They usually give us the same battery, but it's a more efficient battery with the new chipset. To be more specific, I'm going to read you guys the battery sizes. So the iPhone 15 is going to get 3,877 milliamperes of battery, which is a 15% increase. The iPhone 15 Plus is going to be getting 4,912 milliamperes of battery, which is a 12% increase. The iPhone 15 Pro is going to get 3,650 milliamperes, which is a 12% increase as well. And the iPhone 15 Pro Max is going to get 4,852 milliamperes, which is going to be an 11% increase from the previous phones. Another thing that makes this very interesting is that we are going to be seeing a new 3nm chipset with the A17. So it's going to be more efficient, it's going to use less battery, and we're also hearing that Apple is developing new, more efficient displays which are going to use less power. So in addition to a bigger battery, these two things should give us a much better battery life. I'm guessing maybe 2 to 3 hours. And while we're still at the topic of batteries, let's talk a little bit about the charging. So currently, if you want to charge your iPhone wirelessly, you're going to have to use a MagSafe charger. You can also charge it wirelessly with third-party chargers, but one of the things, or one of the disadvantages I would say about the MagSafe, is that if you're not using a MagSafe charger, you only get 7.5 watts of charging. If you're using a MagSafe, then you can actually get the full speed of 15 watts. But according to new rumors and developments, we are hearing that for the first time with the iPhone 15 lineup, you are going to be able to charge your iPhone with any third-party chargers, and it is going to give you the full 15 watts. This means that non-MagSafe chargers are also now going to support 15 watts of charging. Next up, let's talk a little bit about the cameras of the iPhone 15 lineup. The regular iPhone 15 is still going to get a dual camera setup, and the iPhone 15 Pro is going to get a triple camera setup just like last year. But there are some significant changes this time. First of all, let's talk about the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, the iPhone 15 Pro Max for the first time is going to get a little bit of rearrangement when it comes to the lenses. So the ultra wide camera and the telephoto camera are going to be swapped, and that is because of the addition of a periscope camera. The periscope camera housing is a little bit bigger, it needs more space, so these changes are coming to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And yes, I did say iPhone 15 Pro Max because this is only going to be applied to the biggest, most expensive iPhone. And a lot of people say that this is the first step into distinguishing or making a bigger gap between the iPhone 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max, which will eventually then start being called the Ultra. As past rumors suggested, we were supposed to start seeing a bigger difference, more distinguishing between the two Pro models. And a lot of people are also saying that this is simply just because of the periscope camera, and the size of the regular iPhone 15 Pro doesn't accommodate the bigger housing for the periscope camera. We also have updates on the cameras for the regular iPhone 15, which is going to be applied for both the iPhone 15 and the 15 Plus. So this time, the iPhone 15 and the 15 Plus are rumored to come with a 48 megapixel camera, the same camera that we saw on the iPhone 14 Pro. So this is going to be a big change because we are seeing the iPhone 15 adapt a dynamic display. Because so this is going to be a big change also for the iPhone 15 lineup. A lot of people last year said that the iPhone 14 didn't bring any significant changes as compared to the iPhone 13, and they were kind of right. But this year I think we're going to be seeing a much more features added, because we are getting the addition of the dynamic island on the iPhone 15. We're getting more colors, and if the camera is actually better on the iPhone 15, then that is going to be a huge bump as well, and a better selling point for the regular lineup. Last but not least, we also have some new images of the cases for the iPhone 15 Pro, and the cases give us a little bit of a glimpse into the rumors that we've been hearing back and forth. So first of all, let's look at the bottom side of the case, which shows us a bigger cutout for the charging port. Now this year we are rumored to have USB-C, and USB-C is actually a bigger port than the current Lightning port. So the case actually kind of confirms that, or gives us a hint that the USB-C will actually be coming to the iPhone 15 lineup. We also see the power buttons on the side, which seems to get a little bit smaller. We also see the placement of the volume buttons, which is changing a little bit. But one noticeable thing is the cutout for what is supposed to be the new action button. So this year we are rumored to see a action button instead of the mute button, and the larger cutout kind of also confirms that we will be getting an action button. This action button is going to be programmable, so you can actually set it up to take a screenshot or turn on your flashlight. Before I wrap up this video, I want to talk about the prices a little bit, because we're hearing that the iPhone 15 Pro will start now with a base storage of 256 gigs, which means that the price will obviously go up. We heard that the Pro model is the one that's going to be the most expensive one, most likely starting at $1,500, which if you convert into dirhams, that's around 5,500 dirhams, or maybe a little bit more depending on the storage. Now, if the iPhone 15 Pro does come with a titanium body, then yes, I would expect it to come at around that price. Otherwise, I expect the iPhone lineup to be exactly at the same price point that we've had it for the past few years, where we start at around $899, go to $1,000, $1,100, and then end up at around $1,200, $1,300 for the maxed out version. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the iPhone 15 lineup this time. I think this year is going to be a very interesting year for the iPhones, and we are most likely going to see the biggest changes that we've seen so far from the past years. I think this year we really have a lot of things that are coming to the new iPhones. Very excited for that. September 2nd to 3rd week is when we can expect it. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, and let me know what you would like to see on the upcoming iPhone 15. What is the feature that excites you the most? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.